And as thousands of TSA officers are working without pay, ICE agents who are part of the same department are fully funded. So how did we get here? And is there any end in sight? The question many of you have on social media is simple. Why is ICE being paid but not TSA? ICE is getting a paycheck and TSA is working for free. Make it make sense.
The motion is adopted.
The answer goes back to last summer when Congress passed the One Big Beautiful Bill, giving ICE $75 billion in separate funding through 2029, essentially making ICE shutdown proof. TSA, however, didn't get that deal. Its 50,000 officers depend entirely on annual funding, which has been frozen since mid-February after a standoff between Democrats and Republicans over ICE reform.
They want to hold TSA hostage so that they can continue getting Democrats to fund the illegality happening at ICE.
Democrats are pushing a separate bill to fund TSA, and Republicans came close to a deal over the weekend.
Senator Cruz and I came up with a plan. We said, look, it's a two-step process. The Democrats have offered to open up everything but ICE. Ted and I said, okay, let's accept their offer. We submitted that. Senator Thune submitted that to President Trump, as is his right. He said no.
But today, President Trump doubled down against any deal unless Democrats back his Save America Act aimed at tougher voter ID laws. This as the Senate is set to take a 2-week spring recess starting Saturday.
You don't have to take a fast vote. Don't worry about Easter going home. In fact, make this one for Jesus, okay? Make this one for Jesus. That's what I tell him.
And with no deal in sight, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned today's lines will look like, in his words, child's play compared to what's coming.
Tonight on Capitol Hill, Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin was confirmed as the next Homeland Security Secretary. 2 Democrats, Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman and New Mexico Senator Martin Gingrich voted for Republicans, with Republicans, and voting yes. Mullin takes over the role after former Secretary Kristi Noem was fired by President Trump.